Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. On behalf of Goa branch of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, I congratulate Finance Minister Srimati Nirmala on presenting her 9th budget, which is a reform-led growth budget. In her Trisutri Kartavya that she mentioned about accelerating and sustaining economic growth, fulfilling aspirations of people by increasing their capacity, and Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas towards Vikasit Bharat by all having access to resources. All the three Sutri programs or the intent of the budget have been by providing various sectors of the Indian economy by providing them structural reforms, robust financial systems, by providing them with cutting edge technology and skilling of the manpower. So in all, this has been the crux, or this has been the focus of the budget this year. Now, as far as Goa is concerned, already as has been mentioned, Goa can take a lot from the initiatives that have been provided for the tourism sectors, fisheries sectors, medical tourism especially, then orange economy as has already been mentioned. Another very important part is where Finance Minister has recognized the capability of India as the service provider or the exporters of service providers. So there has been a lot of focus as far as that is concerned. Already, as has been discussed regarding MSMEs, a lot of focus has been MSME, championing of the MSMEs through equity support, through liquidity support, through trades portal. That is also one area where the members of the institute and the institute can provide a great support to the MSMEs by partnering the government in their corporate mitra programs and providing the necessary compliance support and skilling of the MSMEs. As far as the technology, as far as the Income Tax Act is concerned, or the direct tax proposals were concerned, there was not much expected, especially on the backdrop of the new Income Tax Act that is being implemented from 1/4/26. But however, there are still some changes that are mentioned by the Finance Minister. One majorly being the TCS on the overseas tour package, and also on the education and the medical expenses that are being undertaken abroad, which have been reduced. I also overheard there is some rationalization on TCS on alcoholic liquor, which is also mentioned, yes, which may also be a big gain for the Goa. Also, there are some benefits which are also being given to the small taxpayers, where the nil deduction certificates will be automated, which otherwise would have been a very cumbersome process. As far as the assessments and the procedural aspects of the Income Tax Acts are concerned, there have been some revisions. One majorly being the revised return time limit for the revised returns have been extended by 3 months from 31st December to 31st March of the financial year. Also, there has been now a segregation of the income tax return filing. Earlier, there were only 2 due dates. One was 31st July and 31st September for non-audit and audit cases, respectively. Now, there are 3 which have been mentioned. One is 31st July, then there will be 31st July for basically salaried and the other income earners. Then there will be 31st August for non-audit business cases and the trust, as has been mentioned. And then again there would be 31st September would be the due date. 30th September would be the due date for the audit cases. Also, there are big takeaways as far as the non-residents procedural aspects are concerned, where instead of a 10-based TDS filing return for the sale of property, it would again be a PAN-based system, which is a much easier process for the non-resident. Also, there have been some schemes as far as the overseas non-disclosure of overseas assets and income disclosure are concerned. So, one more very important thing as far as the appeals part of the Income Tax Act is concerned, where you need to prepay 20% of the disputed amount for filing of the appeals with the income tax department. That has been also now reduced to 10%. So all in all, there are a lot of takeaways from the direct tax proposal point of view, although not much was expected. So there has been a lot of simplification and betterment in terms of rationalization of TCS rates, as well as the procedural aspects of the income tax concern, and benefits of which we will see in the upcoming event. On behalf of the Institute and Goa branch of ICAI, I congratulate Finance Minister on this very growth-centric and a very reform-centric budget that she has presented today.